Morning, dear students. We were discussing about curriculum, and in last class we have seen regarding the meaning of curriculum and also definition of curriculum, concepts of curriculum, and what is the difference between or how we can differentiate between the curriculum and the syllabus. So these many topics we have seen in the last class. In today's session, we will start with determinants of curriculum, that is the factors determining the curriculum. So first we can see in general education in the curriculum generally what are the factors which will be influencing. So factors affecting curriculum development include government rules, which in turn brings other social or other factors into the process. So we know that all uh, factors which is determining the curriculum development will be based on the government rules. There are certain rules and regulations, and other than that there will be other factors too. So government rules, it is a one important factor, and which will bring other factors also into the process of curriculum development. So we can see the factors like national governments and national regulatory bodies will always have a dominant say in the direction which nursing education should take place. So every time we have to remember that the regulatory bodies and also the government, like national and the state government who is in rule, they have a dominancy in saying what is needed in any education and also in nursing education also. So the curriculum change on the other hand is the responsibility of the individual nursing education institution. So there will be some rules based on the national governments, national regulatory bodies, and the revision and the activities will be planned by the individual nursing institution. So the first factor which will be determining the curriculum is the social factor. So the society has its own expectations about the aims and objectives that should be considered when designing the curriculum. Because we have to remember that the social factor is a very important factor which will be determining the curriculum, because the society has its own expectation about the product of each and every educational institution. So, after nursing, what are the qualities required? What is the knowledge which is required? What are the skills which is required? And also, what is the attitude which is required for a nurse is expected by the society. And we have to prepare the students according to the society's expectation. Otherwise, the society rejects the product of that educational institution. So that's why we have to consider very importantly the first factor, social factor. So what is their expectation about the aims, objectives that should be considered when we are designing the curriculum. It also has a perception of what the product of education system should look like. So what is the quality? What is how the product should be? So regarding these all ideas, even the society has its own expectation. So we have to give importance for that expectation, how the product should be and what is expected from the society. And it is therefore necessary for curriculum designers to take into account these societal considerations. So, what is their views on our product? What is their views on aims and objectives of educational institution or any profession or any course? So, that should be considered when we are preparing our own curriculum. So, that is the first factor, social factor. The second factor is political factor. So, political factor, politics influences curriculum design and development and starts with funding. Both private and public educational institutions rely on funding for hiring personnel, building and maintaining faculty, facilities and equipment. So all aspects of curriculum depends on local, state and national political standards. So politics, especially the political party which is on rule, has great influence on the curriculum. So according to their viewpoints, the fund will be allotted for educational institutions, the construction of the building, the faculty improvements, and also for the salary. In these all aspects, in many aspects, the political party has its own influence, and mainly the political party on rule has its own role on the curriculum design. Next is economical factor. So definitely the economical factor is a very important factor when we are thinking about the curriculum design and the curriculum development, because we want money for all activities. Economics influences curriculum development. Curriculum developed for in-house training in corporations focuses on educating employees for promotion that bring better returns in profit. Nations financing education expect an economic return from educated students contributing to the country's economy with global competition abilities in technical fields. So, this is what the government is spending money for educating the students or educating the youth, because nation believes that when we are educating a high number of good students, they will return to our country with their activities, with their work, so that we will be getting more amount of quality work from our own students, so that it will be adding to the nation's benefits. So this is the concept of economics. So we are spending money for education, we are expecting that something will be returned in terms of their own work. That is the next factor, that is economic factor. The next factor is a technological factor. So technology driven curriculum development is the norm of the 21st century. So we can see more and more technological advancements nowadays, and the computer technology of the 21st century influences curriculum development at every level of learning. So nowadays, from the classroom teaching, everything is coming into online. So these all things are happening because of the technological advancements. So we have to consider the curriculum development in terms of the technological advancements. The computer technology, the learning centers and classrooms increasingly provide computers as requisite interaction for studies among students, and technological multimedia use influences educational goals and learning experiences among students. So the multimedia, technological advancements, everything has its own role on curriculum development. So that is a technological factor. The next one is environment. So, environment issues affect curriculum development. World awareness and action towards reversing and ending pollution continues affecting curriculum development. Typical elementary classrooms teach recycling and healthy environmental practices. So nowadays we are considering environment as a very precious gift, and we are considering very consciously. We are adding subjects, and also we are adding content for students regarding environment, how to care environment, how to recycle the waste, how to manage the waste products. So these all things are included, and it is another factor because we are trying to protect our environment. So that is an environmental factor. The next one is child psychology. Child psychology, like developmental studies for educators, and the factors of aging, infancy, childhood, or adolescence. Then lifespan development, biological basis of development. So we have to consider the psychology of the child. So child means education is a never-ending process. So we have to consider the level of the student, whether it is a advanced learner or slow learner, according to the psychology of the student, we have to consider the curriculum development. That is a child psychology. So till now we have discussed about the determinants of curriculum development. So in nursing education, what are the determinants of curriculum? So same factors influencing curriculum in nursing education. So the same topic, the same headings which we have discussed, it's included in nursing education also, but some other points like philosophy. So, whenever we are preparing the curriculum, the first factor which we want to consider in nursing education is the philosophy. So, philosophy, that is the statement on the views regarding nursing education, nursing and education. So, these areas, what is the philosophy of the institution that we have to consider as the first point of curriculum factor which is determining the curriculum in nursing education. The second is child psychology. So we have to take into consideration the developmental studies, the aging, the level of the child, and also the theories of development which is related to children and adolescents, and also advanced age, how we can give the CNEs and other education. So we have to consider the child psychology. The next one is the society. We have to understand that the society is the group of individuals which they are looking to the professional education to see what or how the product will be. So we have to consider the society. What is the need of the society? What are the expectations of the society that we have to consider? The next factor is the student. So the capacities, level, interest of the student. So the capacities of the students may be varying. Maybe the basic nursing students level may be differing to the GNM students or MSc nursing students. What is the level of the students, abilities of the students and interest of the students? According to that, we have to prepare the curriculum. The next factor is knowledge explosion and scientific advancements. So it is a practicing profession. Knowledge is knowledge explosion happens every minute, every seconds. So we have to consider the evident practices, evidence based practices we have to bring, and that should be included in the curriculum also. So what are the changes in the knowledge and the advancements in the science, these all should be taken into consideration when we are preparing the curriculum for nursing education. Next is technological advancements in patient care. Because we are in a practicing profession, every time we have to look into the practical area, what are the changes which is happening in the patient care, especially the technological advancements we have to taken into consideration, and we have to teach these also to the students. So that's the technological advancements in patient care. And the next one is educational technology. Because in educational technology, in teaching learning also, we can use the advancements along with the patient care. Advancements are happening in teaching learning also. That also should be taken into consideration when we are teaching nursing. Next one is transnational career opportunities. So we are studying not only to practice in our country, but also we want more money from abroad countries. So we have to consider what are the practices in that different countries, so that our students are accepted everywhere in the world. So we have to understand the transnational opportunities, and we have to consider that in our curriculum. Next is the resources. So man, money, material, all resources we have to consider whether we have adequate money to plan for the curriculum. Resources like man is available in terms of faculty and non-faculty members, and also we have to see the time, man, money, material, and also the time also we have to see, and the other resources also should be considered when we are planning the curriculum. So these are the curriculum factors determining the curriculum in nursing education. So we have seen that philosophy, child psychology, society, student, knowledge explosion and scientific advancements, technological advancements in patient care, educational technology, transnational career opportunities and resources. So till now we were discussing about the determinants of curriculum, and also in nursing education what are the determinants of curriculum. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you.